Welcome back to the Champion Charity Series. I'm here with Tammy Kellickner, better known as Hair Doc TK, and she's here to tell us a little bit about her charity, Superhairoes. So I'm actually going to start off with the first question for the Champion Charity Series, and I'm going to hand it over to Hair Doc. So, what is your charity, and what is the problem that you're solving?
Our charity is called Superhairoes, spelled Hairoes, and the problem we're solving is massive hair loss. We're fighting hair pollution and chronic illness one strand at a time.
I like it. That's a nice one. So, tell me, like, how exactly did your charity get founded? What's your charity story? There's a lot of different companies, like organizations, that are aiding in, donate hair, or we'll take a donation when we're doing your hair, and then we can send it off to wherever it's needed. But how exactly, what differentiates you? How did your charity get founded, and what's your story?
A little bit about my story is I was a volunteer for the American Cancer Foundation, the Look Good, Feel Good program, for over 8 years before I started my own charity. And when I volunteer for them, I don't feel that I was giving people truly what they needed to have besides just having the external appearance. So I created Superhairoes so I could offer three things: hair, obviously, health, obviously we need to repair health, and hope. And a little bit about reason why I do use those words: hair, health, hope, is I'm a kidney cancer survivor. I lost my kidney. I survived what's called breast implant illness, which is another issue that causes hair loss. And I had another issue called trichotillomania. These are all revolving around significant hair loss that stems from chronic illness. And that's why I created my charity, so I could help people with hair, health, and hope.
I like it. Hair, health, and hope. Interesting. Yeah. It's a great way to kind of hop into it. And I remember when we spoke, you mentioned that you've done a TED talk about this. You've done a couple of different things that kind of led into it, to kind of get the word out about what you're doing. So that leads us actually to our ACS, where we can ask you, what are your major accomplishments? What are your major challenges? And if you had that one magic solution, what would it be? So we'll start with accomplishments.
So major accomplishments for me personally, as we discussed a few minutes ago, I was asked to do a TEDx talk, which should be airing in December. I also have a book coming out, which is titled A Toxic Tale for the Follically Challenged.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am what's called SAG, Screen Actors Guild. So I've done over 50 movies, hence for the charity, which has to do with hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries.
Okay. So the major accomplishments were that I was able to actually use my TED Talk to kind of get this charity going and finalize our mission statement, which is recreating lives one strand at a time through hair, health, and hope.
I like it. So with that, every accomplishment that you have always comes with some challenge. So what are some of the major challenges that you've run into in starting this charity? You spoke to me earlier and you said, this is still an early stage thing that's coming into development. What exactly are some of those challenges that you're facing?
So the major challenge, obviously, that I'm facing, and I actually talked about this on my TED Talk, is since the renal cell carcinoma and since my kidney was removed, I have issues utilizing my peripheral cortex, which is up here where your brain thinks. So I have a hard time articulating. So what I'm trying to find is people to facilitate with my new company, Superhairoes, and bring on things that they can do that I can't, so as to say, stay in our own lanes. And our huge challenge is trying to find sponsors and donations to get our charity to the next level, because right now we're at the early beginning stages, and we're in the fundamental stages where we're going to need sponsors and lots of help coming on board.
For sure. And that's, a round of applause for you, because this interview, we were talking about it before and you were nervous. You're like, am I going to be able to articulate? It sounds great to me. Your articulation is clear. It sounds like you're confident, you're proud, you're talking about, the thing that you're passionate about. And I think that's something that, when you do something you're passionate about, you find yourself doing the impossible. So another round of applause there for you, for sure. So then the last question for us is the last of our ACS is, what is your magic solution to the problem you're solving? So it sounds like the problem you're solving has been hair loss. If there was one magic solution, what would it be for you?
So obviously the magic solution would be financial backing, because the problem that I'm having as a cancer survivor, a hair loss survivor, is that not just giving people hair isn't always the answer. It's about trying to help people to restore their health.
Hmm.
Hence for why we kind of dress up in character costumes, and it's called superheroes, because once we put that mask on, we feel like we're empowered to be someone else, and that gives us what's called internal serotonin positive energy boost, so we can create our own destiny. But in order to reverse chronic illness and restore hair, I need to have financial help.
For
That's
sure.
what we're trying to do right now.
I like it. I like it. So I'm going to throw you off a little bit. I'm going to hit you with a bonus question. Okay.
Yay.
So, where do you see this charity being in 10 years?
So, because of how I am, I'm extremely tenacious. I'm hitting my 50th birthday coming up, and for me, just to be able to give a TEDx talk was pretty powerful in itself.
Hmm.
And like I said, I had volunteered for the Look Good, Feel Good Foundation for 8 years, and the National Kidney Foundation. And I kind of want to be able to have this charity to be one of the top 3 charities that networks with the Cancer Foundation, because I believe, if I am correct in saying this, and I wouldn't say this for all charities, but I actually am a cancer survivor, and I've researched for over 3 decades how to restore hair health and hope. And I hope that I can merge on with a big company like the American Cancer Foundation and be one of their top sponsors. That's kind of what my goal is right now.
Sounds good. I mean, it sounds like the direction that you're trying to take it is, it's about, it's a lot about what we're trying to do at Glimpse is, connecting charities with the right people, whether it's organizations, whether it's donors, whether it's activists and supporters. And that comes through a mix of just exposure. There's a lot of small charities out there that don't have the exposure. Like you're saying, your small charity you just started, how do you get the word out? And this is our first step into doing that, is the Champion Charity Series, where we get to champion, smaller charities, medium-sized charity, larger charities, and at the end, being able to see how we can connect them to each other. So I'll definitely see what we can do on our end. That's what the ACS for us really is, an opportunity to hear, where are you at? What are some challenges that we can potentially help with? And then if we have that magic solution for you, seeing if we can do that. So yeah, that wraps up the Champion Charity Series interview with Hair Doc TK. I'd like to say thank you, and I really appreciate you coming on to this and doing this with us. So
Well, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. And remember, you too can
mhm.
be your own superhero.
I love it. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in to the Champion Charity Series. Be sure to follow our page and our featured charities page. If you have any resources or you feel that you can help, drop a comment below and we will be sure to connect you. For the extended interview or for any other videos we've created, follow the links below. Once again, thanks for watching the Champion Charity Series.